Melissa. Happy Friday. Today I am going to show you how to cut felt with your Silhouette CAMEO 4. This can also be done with a CAMEO Pro or a CAMEO Plus. The trick here is to make sure that you are using the rotary blade. So the rotary blade, when the CAMEO 4 came out, total game changer. Love it for cutting felt and fabric. You don't need to stabilize the material at all. It's awesome. So you can put this directly on your cutting mat. I'm going to tell you why I'm not putting it directly on my cutting mat. The reason is I just bought this cutting mat like on Wednesday. Okay, I just took it out of the package. So felt is one of those materials that is going to really leave your cutting mat a mess. And so what you can do is actually put down a temporary layer of adhesive on your cutting mat when you're cutting felt to protect your cutting mat. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull you down here, but basically I'm taking a full sheet of 12 by 12 transfer tape. Okay, you can do this with vinyl too, but what you're going to do is you're going to literally put the transfer tape on the mat with the sticky side up, and that is going to end up being the adhesive layer. And then when you're done cutting your felt, you can just remove that adhesive protective layer, and your cutting mat will not be ruined by the felt. Okay, this is not something that you have to do. It's just an option if, like me, you want to try to get a little bit more out of your cutting mat. So I've got my brand new cutting mat. I've got my CAMEO. I'm going to push that out of the way for a second, and we're going to peel off the sheet, cover sheet. And then this is my transfer tape. So my transfer tape is still on the backing. Like the transfer tape itself is on the backing. So this is the sticky side of the transfer tape. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this whole thing right on my cutting mat to cover the sticky part of my cutting mat, okay? And you're like, Melissa, it's not sticky at all. Yes. Correct. It's much easier to put this on here when you have the backing sheet. It just stabilizes it. Now, all I'm doing is peeling the backing off the transfer sheet, and now it's very difficult to see, but hopefully you can tell that I have I'll pull a little piece up so you can see, I have the transfer tape on top of my cutting mat, okay? So this is a temporary adhesive sheet that I'm going to be able to put my felt on so that I protect my mat. Remember, I put this, if you're just joining, we put a temporary protective sheet. This is just transfer tape. I stuck this onto my cutting mat so that you can probably see, let's pull it from this side. The reason that I did this is so that the fuzz from my felt got on this protective layer, which is also sticky enough to hold my felt, and not on my brand new mat, which would have made it less sticky for the rest. So now I have essentially still have a brand new cutting mat. Isn't that such a cool trick? Okay, so put that back. All right, now let's put our bow together. Okay, so I have our bow, and ta-da! Who says you can't craft in 5 minutes? That is so cute, isn't it?